As I told you, the disaster became more powerful than was like to be to see. Seems to be. It seems to be a little, but the total energy reached 9.75 million little boys of Hiroshima. As I told you before, in first movie it was so, and the forecast does meet the point. So these are the parameters. And you can see how the forecast is fulfilled. Disaster from this hurricane will reach up forecasted $50 billion with other FEMA measurements and Trump's disaster recovery funds. So Europe can expect the dramatic view of the situations. The two low pressures are bidding, so the two big orcans with speed 200 kilometers per hour. Somebody will be very interested, and I will put on the table some other movies. With metric translation, how to people can easily understand. So the plundered land can found in the triangle Birmingham, Atlanta, Huntsville, Montgomery, visitably Knoxville, so on, and tropical storm weakened it and getting out of the USA. So begins by the Richmond will be the first 3 hours. So the Greenville, Kingsport, Winston-Salem, Greenbourne, Roanoke, Richmond, Norfolk, and the Virginia Beach, and the southern Knoxville. Midway was plundered so much. Exactly how I forecasted. The Columbus. So the Alabama inflicted heavy damages, so then Georgia too. The storm is moving through the Appalachian Mountains by the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, to north, northeast. Nobody can believe me that the storm and the hurricane Michael was so powerful, but the 300 kilometers wind speed per hour. So you don't need the knots, the miles. Energy was more than 9.7 million Hiroshima bombs, little boys. Here by the Atlanta, the Montgomery, was noticed the destruction intensity, how I predicted in 20, 21 and 25 kilograms of trinitotoluene of tritol per square meter, and by the Knoxville sunk to 15 and 10 kilograms to square meter, and the intensity of the devastation things probably on the Washington, by the Richmond and Washington Roanoke to 4 kilograms trinitotoluene of 1 square meter. The diameter was moved, as I predict, to 10 to the 1000 kilometer, and the area has reached in diameter 250 kilometers. So this dangerous power is not only is not produced only from the Africa. This came from Yucatan and from the sands of Brasilia. And the high pressure of the Europe will drag and raft these hurricanes to Europe. And another will evolve from Brasilia. tropical woods are destroyed. And the mankind pays for this wrongdoing. Would you like to escape to Mars? Put your question yourself. Bye.